Libra, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. As you know, if you see my videos, I pre-shuffle, but I'm going to add a little more energy before we get started. Libra, 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 you have had some crazy couple of months. Hopefully, it's getting better and better. June, I think, was a little chaotic for you guys. So, if you've watched my channel, you know this is for anybody who's single, looking for love, and anybody who's looking to possibly reconcile. The title does not mean that you are going to reconcile. I've been doing this for a long time. Your cards are flying out all over the place. I've been doing this for a long time with the same, kind of titles and stuff, but recently I've had some people say, hey, I thought this meant I was reconciling. No, this video is whether there's a possibility of a reconciliation or not for the month, how it's looking, and how, your love lives are going in general, especially if you're single. This is not a relationship read. I haven't had time to get those out. I focus on reconciliation and singles because those are the people who contact me. Those are generally the people who, watch the videos, comment, and request private reads. So, any likes, subscribes, comments, gosh, they're falling out all over the place. I'm taping these. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description below. All right, let's see here. Also, make sure to keep in mind, this is a general read. So check your sun, moon, and rising, as those may resonate with you other months. Hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but sometimes it won't. So we suggest, watching your other signs to get any other clarification you may need. So your cards are either really tight, not wanting to come out, or they're all coming out at once. All right, so again, this is for Libra for August 2018. I'm using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, and I'm going to clarify with the 8-coin tattoo tarot deck. So, again, I use the Deviant Moon for the 10-card spread, and then the 8-coin tattoo tarot for the rest. So, all right, let's see what's going on with you guys, Libra. It's been kind of ski-wonky and ski-wampus, whatever you want to say. And Gemini was too. And I was kind of feeling the same way about you guys. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to get your clarifying card, or your theme of the month card. And then we'll get started. So, Libra, what does August have in store for you guys? Oh, the Queen of Wands is your theme of the month. So that means you need to be confident. You need to, hit things straight on. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is confident in every decision they make. They know what they want. They're not afraid to get what they want. They're able to conquer all fears, but also be very sensuous. This is somebody that people are often drawn to a lot. People that others look up to. So if you're single, it feels like you're kind of being very fiery energy. You're coming out kind of like, I know what I want, I know what my self-worth is, and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is also saying you're holding your own right now. Whether you guys are communicating or not, we'll see what the cards say, but this definitely says, you're not afraid to be alone if that's the course that the universe has in store for you. Now, your first card coming out of the gate is your current position, and you have the Devil. So, first you could be dealing with a Capricorn, because the Devil is Capricorn's card, but the Devil is somebody who is, has addictions, stirs up trouble, can be kind of stalkery. This is somebody who has vices. This is an overall kind of a negative energy, but it's weird because I don't feel like that's you. I feel like you're dealing with the Devil. So if you're single, I feel like maybe these are the types of people you're meeting. Like everybody you meet drinks a lot or does drugs or is not trustworthy, very kind of skeezy. And I feel like you're trying to get past that energy. And so you're coming out as the Queen of Wands, or that the theme of your month is the Queen of Wands, because you have to overcome these types of people. So I don't see it as bad as like 2 months ago, because the Devil came out along with, I think, the Devil and Death and a bunch of stuff. This doesn't scare me for you this month, Libra. If you're single, this just says you're going to have to hold on for what you want. Don't let anybody manipulate you, because this definitely says you're meeting people who are just not genuine. But the interesting thing is you're able to recognize it a lot more than you have been. And so you may see quite a few of these in the process of dating or in love, or you may just be feeling like you're not, not up to dating anymore because you're meeting these type of people. Now, on the flip side, you could be dealing with some sort of addiction or vice yourself, but I really feel like these are people around you. If you're looking to reconcile, I definitely don't think that's a good sign. I'm not laughing. It's just interesting because, man, when somebody's in your life and they are they're not healthy for you, I feel like the cards come out and say it they say it way more direct and blunt than I could. So at this point, this is saying that whoever you're dealing with or somebody you're interested in knowing how they're doing or wanting them back has some serious issues, some big time issues. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and that makes sense. If you're single, this is a Four of Coins, and this is somebody who's very frugal, somebody who is not just going to throw their heart out there. So you're being very protective of yourself, Libra. If you're single, you're saying, I'm not just giving my heart chakra to anybody. I'm being very careful. I've had this devil way too many times, and I'm not interested in doing that dance anymore. So the Four of Coins coming into this month, you're feeling, I feel like it's not as bad as 2 months ago, but I feel like you're taking a step back, or you feel like you're taking a step back because you're just not meeting the type of people that you were hoping you would meet. The Four of Coins, again, is somebody who is just kind of protecting themselves, not willing to put themselves out there to be hurt again, kind of just being very wise. And I think it's good for you. This is kind of a possessiveness of your heart. Not willing. You're just not willing to do this dance anymore. And whether that means you're going to take a break for a little bit, or whether you're going to just power through it like the Queen and say, hey, you know what? You got to dance with the devil a couple times to find an angel. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, the Four of Coins is somebody who's feeling possessive, very miserly, frugal as well. So if you're looking to reconcile, it feels like you're not willing to give them another chance, or they're not willing to give you another chance. This is somebody who they may be feeling a little possessive. So if you start noticing that they're calling you a lot more, or if you've started to date or they're starting to date, it feels like there's some possessive energy here. Like you don't want to be together right now because you guys can't seem to come together and work issues out, but you don't want them dating anybody else and they don't want you dating anybody else. If you are cross-watching for Libra, do not leave negative comments in the comment section about Libras and what your situation is with them, because I will erase them. This is for Libra and Libra sign, and I get too many cross-watchers who say bad things about the sign I'm reading for, and then you just have to ask yourself, well, maybe they were right in not talking to you anymore. So I just want to throw that out there. If you're going to leave negative comments about the sign I'm reading for as you're cross-watching, don't bother, because they won't stay on there long. So the Four of Coins tells me, I feel like you've taken this dance with the devil a couple times. Now you're just feeling like you just can't do it anymore. You're spent. You don't want to do it anymore, but there's some sort of like, you guys have to come together for something. I don't know if it's kids, or you have a house together, or you have material items together, but you're both feeling very like, like not willing to give an inch. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, it could be your childhood, and you have the World. So the World is a good card. The World is like, hey, there was a major completion at one point in your life. So if you're single, this is saying let that cycle begin again. The universe wants you to remember a time when you felt accomplished, successful, happiness, when you felt like you were completing what you set out to do. So if you're single, the universe is saying, look, don't worry about this devil. Be careful with who you pay attention to or give your time and attention to, because the whole world is your oyster. You've had it before. You've had good experiences before. It may take a little time, but this is definitely saying complete that cycle. Complete the cycle of dating idiots and be this Queen of Wands and hold yourself to a higher standard. The World says you've done it before, you can do it again. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. Complete this cycle. This is dead weight right now. We'll see what the rest of the cards say, but as far as reconciliation, this is dead weight. And the World is saying, look, pay attention to that. Something much better, something much bigger is in store for you. Again, you have also seen it. You've also triumphed. You've also felt satisfied and accomplished in a relationship. Remember those times when you're dealing with this crap this month, Libra. The universe is saying, remember the good times from the past. Remember what you've accomplished. Remember a relationship that was really good, and focus on that type of energy instead of this right now. The next card you have is your most recent past. So over the past few weeks, past month or so, and that makes sense because you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a fearful energy. It's anxiety. It's depression. If you're single, I don't know who this is, but you had them 2 months ago. And I don't know if you're going back to them, but stop it. Like, seriously, because there's something here where I believe like 2 months ago, it was like this person you're dating is telling you, oh, I want to be with you, but I need some time, or like they're feeding you bullshit. And are you back there? Are you going back there again? Because it's almost like you let them go and you toughened up and you were this queen last month, and now this month you have this anxiety like, well, what if they are the right person for me, or what if they are, the only person I can get? What if they are the best? Like, the what ifs are all of a sudden making you worried, and you're going to drive yourself crazy, and you're going to end up back in the same situation. The Nine of Swords is saying, look, depression, anxiety, all of these things revolving this person tells you exactly what you need to know. If you're single and you've been involved with certain people and they keep coming in and out of your life, cut them the frick out, or you're going to continue to feel like this. Stand on your own 2 feet like the Queen of Wands, and accept nothing less than what you deserve. Now, if you haven't been dating anybody, this is you dating people who just aren't very good for you and feeling anxious about it the past few weeks. Maybe you're starting to date again, and right out of the gate, you got, crappy people, you got manipulators, you got people who are really deceitful. Well, I'm sorry for that. It's a numbers game and it sucks, and we've all been there and done that. But this anxiety is what you're projecting in the universe. That's what you're going to get back. So if you want to date, wear this type of energy, not this type of energy. Now, this is the past few weeks, past month or so. So I really feel like a lot of you are worrying over dating people that just aren't good for you, or worrying about, does he or she like me? If at any point you're feeling like this, or you're feeling like this or this, they're probably not the best fit for you. So move on and find somebody who is. If you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is you worrying about, what are they up to? What are they doing? Why aren't they contacting me? For some of you, I feel like that they were at fault for a lot of stuff. They cheated, they lied, they had addictions, they had problems, they were stealing, etc. But you're driving yourself crazy over it, which you don't need to. I know some of you are stuck. I feel like some of you have some sort of possessions together, something that you're having a hard time separating. It could be kids, it could be, you're going through a divorce, etc. But you're worrying over things that you have no control over, because right now they're in control, or whatever they're on, or whatever's going on in their life, they don't have room for you at this point. And some of them are very sick, or some of them have some serious problems, and you're spending all your time worrying about them when you should be worrying about you and making yourself better and getting yourself into a healthy place after cutting out this energy. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next month or two, throughout September, October, and you have the Four of Wands. So I love the Four of Wands card. This is an amazing card. Gemini got this card too. And they were the other energy I was feeling like I need to get their readout, kind of like you guys were this month, because I felt like there was stuff going on with them, like, I don't know, it was all over the place. The Four of Wands is a beautiful card. This is about resting. This is about happiness. And this is about a first completion. Oh, and you know what? They got the World somewhere too, because they had 2 completion cards. The World is a big completion. It's ending a cycle, starting a new one. This is a first completion. So if you're single, this anxiety may be that you met somebody and it's finally not the devil, but you've had so many devils that you're worried about it. But I think that you could get to a happy place with them. However, I think for the majority of you, you have to just keep pushing past this type of energy to get here. This says over the next 2 months or so, you're going to meet somebody that's going to be a first completion. Whether you just want to date somebody exclusively, or whether you want to find somebody to marry and have babies with, whatever your situation is, you're completing the first step. So you're coming out of singleton to go into like an exclusive relationship, or even just dating exclusively. But this is very good sign, Libra. This is saying you're coming to a resting place. So keep fighting, be this Queen of Wands. You're getting there. It's just going to take some time. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is also first completion. I don't think it's with this person. I think either you're going to meet new people, or you're in a resting, happy place because you finally cut all this shit out. Some of you are going through like a divorce or something, and it's finally coming to the end, and you're just figuring out the ins and outs of the nitty gritty of the end of it, and it's been keeping you on pins and needles. But in the next month or two, you're not even going to have to worry about it. Now, for some of you, I feel like you've already met somebody else, and you're debating on moving forward with that other person, or should I go back to this person because I'm so familiar with them and they feel familiar. And my suggestion would be no, don't go back to them because they're showing up as the devil. Move on and find something much better. The next card you have is your immediate future. That makes sense. Your immediate future, so over the next few weeks throughout the month of August. And you have the Tower. This is so weird because I did Aquarius's read, then Gemini, now yours, and I was doing it based on like these feelings I was getting about each sign this month. And I had to get you and Gemini out, and Gemini got this card too. And I believe, yeah, they got this card, this card, and this card. So some of you may be dealing with a Gemini. Again, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but that's very interesting. You guys are like tied very closely together in your reads this month. Now, in different positions though. The Tower is some sort of destruction, it's some sort of devastation. So if you're single, there's like a breakdown here that needs to be done. You need to get rid of the riffraff. I feel like some of you are dating people you know just are not going to give you what you want. They're not healthy for you. And I like some of you may not have been dating at all, but you had to do this like destruction. Just be careful of people self-destructing around you. Be careful of yourself self-destructing, because the Tower is literally having to tear everything down to a brand new foundation, which can be scary. And I feel like if you're single, this almost may be, you know, somebody coming in and you feel like they've kind of taken over your world, but it may not be a bad thing, Libra. It's almost like you're choosing between two people, or you're settling for not good enough, but then somebody comes in and they could give you this, but you're like keep going back to this devil or keep dating the wrong people. But whatever it is, Libra, this is definitely saying you've got to tear these walls down. You've got to break down and start a new foundation. Get rid of the riffraff because it's not working out. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's not happening. The Tower is a devastation. This is a destruction, and it feels like you know it, and it feels like the other person is responsible for it, whether it was cheating, etc. You definitely have some major things to break down here. And like I really feel like this is something that's devastating for you, but you've known this whole time that you were better off without them. It's almost like you needed this divorce, or you needed this cheating, or you needed to find out about X, Y, and Z to understand like how bad it was, how sick they were, or how unhealthy this relationship has been. The next card you have is anything tangible throughout the month. Well, that makes sense too. Anything, a situation that may arise. It could be the beginning, the middle, end. It could last for a day. It could last for, you know, an hour. But you have the Knight of Swords. So if you're single, you're definitely ready to cut out somebody. There's somebody who's holding you back. I don't know who this is, but it feels like somebody that you keep going back to, somebody who's comfortable, maybe a friend with benefits, or somebody who's just feeding you a line of BS. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's going to be confronting a situation, being very direct, very confrontational. So if you're single, I feel like you are. You've been waiting around long enough to make a decision between two people. You've been holding out for one person and kind of letting the other one go lackluster. You like them both, but one's more exciting and more charming. You're finally going to make a decision and cut somebody out of your life, because I feel like a lot of you Libras have somebody in your life. It's just not at this place where you want it to be, and you need to cut out somebody else who's holding you back from that. This could even be like your ex or somebody, even if you're not looking, even if you're single and you've been single for a long time. It's like your ex has been nosy in your business, or even like parents or siblings or something, and this is you saying, no, I gotta like cut all this bullshit out of my life to get to this point. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is definitely some sort of confrontation. So be careful with this, because I feel like they're possessive. Like they don't want you right now, but they don't want you to have anybody else. So be very careful with this, because you have a lot of intense energy going on this month. And the Knight of Swords is you fighting with somebody. Not physically, hopefully, so be very careful, but this is you confronting a situation. Head on, very hostile, and telling it like it is. So I really feel like this devil keeps coming back to you saying, oh, we're going to make things happen. In the meantime, you have somebody who's like waiting for you that you may not even know at this point. Like somebody who's like, oh, I knew they were going to break up, and I've always liked him or her, and so now's my chance. But they're waiting for you to finally end this chaos before they move on with you, or before they even approach you to like ask you out. The next card you have, ironically, Gemini had in this exact position. Every other card you guys have had similar has not been, but this one is. You have the Eight of Coins. The Eight of Coins is somebody who's working really hard. If you're single, this is saying now's the time to work things out. This is internal too. So this is you working things out mentally. This is you weighing the pros and cons, putting your head in other things other than, love, standing your ground. This is like saying, hey, I've got other priorities going on here. I don't have time for all of this crap. If you want to be in my life, be in my life. If you don't want to be in my life, fine, I'll find somebody else. Because my end goal is here. It's achievable. It's something I want. But for whatever reason, I can't do it with you in my life, or can't do it with the people you've been dating. This is saying, look, if you need to take a break for a day or two or a week or two. Step off and focus on other things, and then go back to love if that's what you want. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is saying put your focus on anything else but reconciliation. Literally, put it on anything else but reconciliation, because this is saying at some point this month, and again, this could be in the beginning, middle, it could last for an hour, but at some point your focus is finally not on dealing with this bullshit. And it's going to feel really good when it comes to that, because it feels like you haven't had a chance to breathe or regain your strength. And at some point this month, you'll feel like, I can breathe. It's over, whatever the chaos is. The next card you have are any hopes or fears for the outcome of the month. And I love this for you. It's strength. It's also Leo's card. So you could be dealing with a Leo, but this is controlling the things you can. So it's, it's like the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot, to accept the things I can control. Now I'm totally gonna botch it. Anyways, basically saying control what you can control, and then don't, let the universe take its course and control, let the universe take its course and control what it should control, because it's very important this month for you guys for some reason. It's very important to let go, let live, but this is also connecting on a much higher level. So if you're single, you definitely want to feel this energy, because this is connecting with somebody on a much bigger level. This tells me that somebody's going to come in for a reason. They should be in your life. You should accept them in your life and get rid of the other riffraff. Isn't it God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Sorry, I knew it and I totally botched it, so I apologize. But that is what this is saying to me. That should be your mantra. Not that you have to be, not that you have to be going through anything. I know they use that with like AA and different things. You don't necessarily have to be going through that. This is just have strength to believe in something bigger than yourself to get here. Have strength to know what's good for you and what's not good for you, what's healthy and what's not healthy. I mean, this is beautiful, but this is also patience. This takes time. It takes hard work, and you know that. And if you're single, you're willing to put that in. You're willing to get rid of people who don't make you feel better. Don't. You're holding yourself to a higher standard now. If you're looking to reconcile, you definitely need this month. You definitely need to find that inner strength. And I don't think it's a lack of finding it. I really feel like this person's putting you through like a rigmarole of crap, and you're trying to get out of the ashes. The tower's burning down and you're trying to save yourself from it. The next card you have is your outcome for the month. And there it is. You have the Ace of Pentacles. I was waiting for that, Libra. You guys really need that, because I was starting to get nervous. You were heading backwards in the wrong direction. The Ace of Pentacles is new opportunities. It's prosperity. It's a new beginning. No, if you're looking to reconcile, this is not a new beginning with that person, because that person does not show up as the Ace of Pentacles. That person shows up as the Devil. So again, I'm sorry, but I don't think reconciliation is going to be on point for you guys. The Ace of Pentacles is a beautiful card. If you're looking to reconcile, take this new beginning and run with it, because this is where you're going. If you don't, this is where you're going. This is where you're going. This is where you're going. This is an opportunity for you to get the fuck out and start something new. Now, if you're single, this is definitely somebody coming in. And I thought that and I felt that with like the Strength card, because the Strength card is about connecting on a deeper level. Again, allowing the universe to kind of guide that and then getting to here. So if you're single, there's definitely an opportunity for a new beginning for you as well. But you also need to, even if it's just feelings of this type of people, being worried and nervous that those type of people are going to be what you end up with, then you need to get out of that mindset and allow the new beginnings to come in. Now, I love this for you because the Ace of Wands is your clarifying card for the outcome. The Ace of Wands goes perfectly with the Queen of Wands here, because the Ace of Wands is having the power to do what you want. It's having the power to make things happen. This is somebody who is passionate, has a lot of energy, very creative, very enthusiastic. So don't lose this energy. If you're single or looking to reconcile, I beg you both, don't lose this energy. Don't lose this passion. And you have two aces right here. So I don't know. There's something about new beginnings going on for both of you. Whether you're single, whether you're looking to reconcile, don't lose this opportunity. Embrace it. Be creative. Feel enthusiastic. Do things that make you feel good. Not even in love. Do things that make you feel good that you've loved to do. If you love to paint, or if you like to garden, whatever it is, the Ace is saying seize the opportunity to just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy love. Well, enjoy love, but just enjoy love. Or, oh my gosh, just enjoy life. This is saying get back out there, have some sort of passion. All of this is going away now. It's time to turn a new corner. It's time for the new beginnings. Now, you have the Two of Wands as your clarifier for the outcome for the next few months. And I love this too, because after the Ace of Wands comes the Two of Wands. And then we're only missing the 3, and you get to the 4 of Wands. So you have the Two of Wands, which is planning. It's goals. It's looking forward. If you're single, this is definitely somebody coming in that you can make plans with, that you can set goals with, that you can see in your future. Somebody that you see in your world. Very interesting here, right? Somebody that you definitely feel like you two could be together for a long time. So if you're single, really cut out the riffraff. Stop settling for something less than what you deserve, and cut it out, and embrace these new opportunities coming in. If you're looking to reconcile, move forward. This is saying set your own goals, go forward, no looking back. This is your time to shine. This is your time. Again, the world is in your hands. Remember a time when it was before. Remember a time when you were happy, healthy, feeling good about love and life in general, and embrace that, because I think this is the universe saying, now's your time. The world is your oyster. Let's do this. Let's make some plans. What's going to make you happy? Let's get on with it. All right, Libra, I hope you have a fantastic August. I'll see you next month.